Well, since we've had Nelson, I actually feel my son's mood has been a lot better, he's a lot calmer, and in fact we've only had 2 meltdowns in that whole 4 weeks, which I think is very good. Scott tends to get very stressed and anxious, whether indoors or outdoors, and the dog has been very helpful, because when the dog senses Scott's mood is changing, the dog will go to him, sit with him, and we will encourage Scott to stroke the dog. And there's been quite a few occasions when the dog has actually put his hand up on his shoulders, and actually you can see my son is getting comfort from that. I feel Nelson is certainly improving our lives, not just my son's life, especially when we're out and about, shops, cafes, places we normally couldn't visit. The dog walks alongside us, Scott now walks alongside us, which we wouldn't have had before. And the other main area which was of our concern was my son does tend to be very solitary, spends a lot of time upstairs in the bedroom on his own. Now Nelson has a companion, they're on the sofa together. My son is a lot calmer, and also very important, if my son is very stressed, Nelson is always there. Nelson will actually sit with him, my son will stroke him, and they do seem to have bonded very well and having a good relationship. Nelson for us has been very sort of helpful, and the main thing I can think of that would sort of help other people to understand how we've benefited from this dog is our visit to a supermarket. My son would normally never ever stay in a supermarket for more than 10 minutes. During our first ever visit with the dog, my son not only stayed for 50 minutes in the store, which is totally unheard of, but also he helped us with the shopping, walked nicely alongside the dog, and even seemed to be quite proud of having the dog in the shops with him. Yes, I thought it was absolutely amazing. I'm really pleased that I did buy Nelson. And as far as I'm concerned, already we've only had him 4 weeks, and we can see a big improvement in our quality of life as well as my son's. I'm very optimistic about the future.